Welcome to the second half of my Jeopardy binge watching session here on the Final Wager. I'm Keith Williams, and once again, I don't have any math to do because Pranjal has salted this game away early. Unfortunately, Kathy won't be around for Final Jeopardy, and Pranjal could add probably $10,000 to his total if he wants, and if he thinks he knows this category and he gets the clue right. So I'm just going to go right into it. I don't have too much to say about the game overall. Pranjal really took it away. I was surprised he missed that Moses clue, but made most of that cash back on the following clue.
Institute President Robert Moton couldn't sit with the other speakers at its 1922 dedication. You have 30 seconds. Good luck.
U.S. monuments, huh? Alright, I'm trying to think. Tuskegee's in the south, but I can't think of too many monuments are down there. But there is Tuskegee being a black institution would have one monument that I can think of.
Your hand motion correctly. You had to change your part here. Let's take a look and see why and what happened. You started off with what is the Washington, but then crossed that off and went to the Lincoln Memorial, and you are correct. And you will add how much money? $59.
Yeah, Washington, was it finished in the 1850s or something? Or at least pause?
Keynote address, but wasn't allowed to sit with the other speakers. Pranjal is right, and did he
went
win
big.
a bundle? Enough. 10,000.
I got that one too. He makes it look easy. But he strikes me as more of a buzzy type than anything. This is really the first game where he just completely dominated the game. The other ones have been pretty slow at the gate, and he hasn't had too many competitors who have been willing to hunt for the daily doubles against him, and that's been mostly to his advantage. Could have hurt him today, but he's got a good knowledge base. Anyway, we'll see if he goes for 6, starting right now, so I'll see you in a little bit. It's Tuesday now, and Pranjal very effective with those daily doubles again today, but a lot of misses, just some surprising ones too. But sometimes you have some issues under the lights. He's got a pretty good lead here, 22-4, Karen 14-6. Monica put on a good show, but with 7,600, just barely out of contention because you had those two scores together. You had 22-2, not enough for her to be in there, and Karen doesn't have enough to win if Pranjal gets it wrong. It's just standing pat. So she's got to wager everything. Pranjal's got to go for, I don't know, what would that be, 29-2, so 6,800, 6,801. I think it would have helped Pranjal strangely with that Hawaiian volcano clue because Mauna Kea was used last week, so they wouldn't use it again. I don't think. I doubt they ever use the same response 2 weeks in a row. And please never put a People's Choice Awards category on there. No one cares about half that stuff in there.
In final, they deal with American authors and this clue. On his 1849 death, it was said he was regarded rather with curiosity than admiration, and few will be grieved. 30 seconds, players. Good luck.
I don't know about this one. I was thinking Mark Twain, but that would be really funny when he died in, 1889? Definitely in the 1880s at least.
This was a tricky one. Monica, we come to you first because you were in third place with 7,600. And you wrote down, who is Edgar Allan Poe? You are right. And your wager, 7,500. That jumps you up to 15,100. You're ahead of Karen. She has 14,600. Did she get Poe? No. She picked Mark Twain until much later. And it cost you 12,600.
Oh, She did what she had to do.
He had 22,400 shaking his head because he wrote down Thoreau instead. But did he risk a lot? 7,000. That drops him to 15,400. He remains champion by a margin of $300. And now we have 6 days over 137.88. Great game.
That shows the importance of keeping the third place player locked out if you can, because she's the only one who got it right, but she just barely didn't have enough money. And I guess like the pace of that game seemed a lot faster than it actually was. We left a lot of clues on the board, but it seemed like everyone was kind of going through. We heard the end of the round sound both rounds, which was surprising because it seemed like it was very snappy. All right, 6 for Pranjal. On to the next one. Got a lot to talk about as Pranjal goes for his 7th win on this middle-of-the-week game. He's in the lead, 13,200. Barbara, who spells her name like Barbara Streisand, which is cool. 10,800 Zlatan. In contention, 4,800. I meant to mention this yesterday, but I want to hang out with Pranjal. Seems like the man. And it was really the multiple refrigerators that sealed the deal for me, although, I think when that Harry Potter 7 thing came up and he was very meekly raising his hand to signal to the judges that he thought he was right, I just found that hilarious for some reason. So I'll put this back up. This could be a little fun for some people. So Zlatan's 9,600. Barbara could wager 1,200 to stay above him, but that's not going to cover a 0 wager by Pranjal. So Pranjal might wager 0. He might wager, I guess, up to 1,200 himself, which makes me think that there might be something weird going on here in terms of the numbers. But 13 to 108, that seems like a 4/5 maybe? No. I don't know. 3/4? No? Okay. I'll just stop there. 10-8 doubles up 21-6, so that's going to be 74.01 for Pranjal, and if he's wrong, he's going to be left with, it's kind of hard doing math backwards, 5,800, so Zlatan does have to go for everything, and that might affect how everyone plays this one out. I liked a lot about this game, and I was a little taken aback that I blurred out Sweet Valley High instantly as soon as that clue came up. My childhood was a wreck in some ways, I guess.
I don't think we've ever had this as a category for final before.
I'm sure someone has already corrected him by searching J Archive, if that is the case.
In Africa, on November 26, 1922, he anxiously asked Howard Carter, "Can you see anything?" 30 seconds. Good luck.
I know what he's asking about. He's asking about King Tut's tomb. I have no idea on this one. I just took a random guess. I don't think he would count as nobility. I was thinking Prince Philip might show up, but...
And she wrote down, "Who is Livingston? Dr. Livingston, I presume." No, wrong. It's going to cost you
2401. I thought she might do that. It's not a bad way. It's not a bad wager. Covers at 0.
He had 13,200. He wrote down, "Who is George V?" No, Howard Carter is the man who uncovered King Tut's tomb, and the man who financed all of that expedition was Lord Carnarvon.
Oh, yeah. I would have never pulled that name out. I just said the Duke of Edinburgh. Congrats, Barbara. It was really fun to watch, and I like that her husband's daughter made him practice what he would do if she said no to his proposal. She did really well in that baseball category, too. You don't think of women players doing well in sports categories, but she held her own there. And Babe Ruth is not the only Yankee who ever played, gentlemen. I'll leave it at that. Oh, one other thing. I was scared to death that I was going to hear a no harm, no foul. Before I started this binge watching session, I was making bets with myself as to whether and when we would hear it, and I thought it would be by the 4th or 5th game, but still haven't heard it unless I missed it. But we had a situation tonight where all 3 players missed, and it went uncommented on by our favorite host. All right, 2 more games left, and I know something happens in the Thursday game, so I'm interested to see who it is and what it is and what ends up happening. So I'll get to that now. Exactly as I feared, Todd has exactly twice as much as Barbara, and Alex with some quick math on that. It was funny to see Todd's mouth agape when he realized what was happening as well. There's tiebreakers now, so he has a choice to make. Barbara has to go for everything. If she doesn't go for everything, I'm going to be very upset. Todd can go for 0 and hope that Barbara misses or miswagers. Or he can go for $1. And the risk there, of course, is if he's wrong, he could lose if Barbara gets it right and doubles up. But if they both get it right, then he'll win, which is a little bit more likely because there's a correlation between correct responses between various players, although that didn't hold true when Pranjal won over, what was her name, Monica, by $300 earlier in the week. It helps that I just watched it maybe 40 minutes ago. So if I'm Todd, I'm going for $1 here. I did an analysis on this a few months ago when this happened for the first time, and that's the second time it's happened this season, as far as I can recall, unless there was something I'm just completely forgetting. So, and that last time, there was a lot of second guessing because the guy in the lead wagered $1, ended up losing. Oh, well, you idiot. Why didn't you play for the tie?
News, and here is the clue to assist you players. This 52-year-old went through a temporary growth spurt, growing 2 inches in less than a year, as revealed by a 2016 physical.
52 years old, 1964. Oh! Wow, I would have never even thought of that.
Cost you $301, leaving you with $999. We go to Barbara now. Our champion, she wrote down her response quickly, and she wrote down the correct one. Who is Scott Kelly, the astronaut who spent a year in space? His twin brother, Mark, was on our show. You double your score. You are now tied with Todd Gonzalez for the lead, and he's not looking happy because he came up, I can't even... Statue of Liberty. Oh, the Statue of Liberty. No. What was your wager? $1. You're going to lose by $1. Barbara, you remain champion with now a 2-day total of $26,000.
Man, that's just a real shit. I don't want to show what I put just because it was a total joke answer, but I put who is the Toys R Us giraffe, which I now realize his name is Jeffrey. Well, that is a heartbreaker. Although he did have a late daily double that he could have gone bigger on, I guess. So strange the way this game works sometimes. And now we're on to the season finale. And here it is, the final game of the season, and we almost have the same exact situation as last night with Courtney having just under double Barbara's score, so Barbara could do basically what she did yesterday. And, yesterday being in real life terms, 20 minutes ago. Oh, top row daily double. That is a rare sighting. I thought there was a mistake in the J archive that said that it existed once. I have no idea why they put it there. Oh well. And it didn't even work out for Barbara.
Summer break, colleges and universities.
Try to get this last Final Jeopardy.
This Catholic university gets its name from the Latin for
Villanova. I'm not going to bother writing it down. And let's see how everyone does. At home, my parents had, this is my Time Warner cable DVR remote. And when I fast forward, I have to go past where I want to see and try to time it so it jumps back the right time. My parents' DVR remote has a 30-second jump forward, which should be everywhere.
She came up with the NCAA champions in 2016. Villanova, new champion in Courtney. How much money did she earn? Just 300. All right.
NCAA champions in what, Alex? There's a lot of NCAA championships. Well, that was a lot of fun seeing 10 Jeopardy episodes in a very short amount of time. I highly recommend it if you're planning to go on the show, if you've gotten the call, or if you want to practice playing 5 games in one day. If you think you can string together wins, you gotta have a lot of endurance. I mean, just playing one game takes a lot out of you, and standing on your feet all day and mixing in the right lunch food and making sure you're eating right in the morning. It's very hard to pull off. And if you're going to be on the show, it's definitely worth putting 5 shows in the queue and nailing them off one at a time. Give yourself a 15-minute break in between to go get changed into your new outfit. And between 3 and 4, go to the commissary and spend your $9 or $10, whatever the voucher is now. All right, well, another good season of Jeopardy. Had some very, very good champions. Had an excellent tournament of champions. And there's more to come in the fall. And we'll see what the Final Wager is doing then. But thanks for joining me for the last 46 weeks, and sorry again that I took so long, but sometimes you need a little time off to put things in perspective, and so it's a bunch of crap. Okay, have a great summer, and we'll see you around here soon on the Final Wager.